Right, so I wanted to do, a couple of days ago, I wanted to do a video about Vampire Survivors, but I had, at that point, a headspace was, I'll save it for a TikTok. There's not a lot that I can say about Vampire Survivors that can fill a decent sized YouTube video, and then I thought, fuck it. And also, it's got DLC now. And do you know what the brilliant thing about Vampire Survivors and its DLC? So if you want the base game, £2. I think £2.49 or something, and then like £1.50 for the DLC. The DLC, which gives like a new level, but it's the biggest one. It's the biggest map in the game. It's like the same size as it. It's basically like double the map of what was previously the biggest map in the game. And like seven new characters, and they all get new weapons and new evolutions of their weapon. Basically, what Vampire Survivors is, if you haven't played it, it's just got a mobile game, and the mobile version is free, but it doesn't have the DLC included. But there's still loads of game there. But essentially, what it is it's a pixel art auto battler where the whole premise, or kind of the whole thing, the whole like point of the game is that you make your character, or you turn your character into the bullet hell. Become the bullet hell is basically the game's slogan and what the game is all about. And with everything that ends up going on when you get to like the end of a stage or whatever, it still runs relatively well, and like you don't need necessarily super high specs because it is pixel art, because it does look like a SNES game or an NES game. It still runs well on a low spec PC or a low spec. It works on my laptop, and it obviously works on a decent phone. It's not going to work on a Nokia brick, but it works on a decent phone. And I think it's completely different from anything else that I've ever played. I don't do a lot of like PC gaming or a lot of like desktop gaming. All of my stuff is usually PlayStation, and usually like the big budget stuff. I've never really ventured into indies before, or like independent games before, and this is the first project by the team that worked on it, and I think it's a banger. To be honest, it is a banger. It's the most fun. It's just a fun, like, leave your, like, stop thinking for a moment. And the worst thing about it is I can't stream from my laptop yet, or I don't have like 2 monitors, or even 3 monitors, because I would need one for all of the evolution guide, because I still don't know what the DLC characters are like. I haven't got that far yet. One for the game and one for Streamlabs chat and everything, and to sort out the stream. So I need like to sort out the streaming stuff properly first, or this game can come to PlayStation. That'll be a thing, wouldn't it? Bring this game to PlayStation. Why not? Do it. Come on. But honestly, with a game like this, it's so simple and so like just perfect. It's just well made, and there are so few games like this, or so few games that are that are made like this and made well and supported and like are just made by a decent team that wants success, or games like this that are like £2 that you get so much more than £2 worth of content in it. And I keep going on about how cheap the game actually is, and that's just because it should cost so much more for how much is there. The fact that I haven't even like completed all the content, got all the characters and all that after a year of playing the game says something. And it's the game that I've been playing almost every day for the last year. My entire 2022 was Vampire Survivors. Like every free like half an hour that I got, I was playing Vampire Survivors. It's my favourite game that I've not had a chance to ever really talk about, because I never thought there was enough to talk about. It's a simple game where you walk around and then lasers or crosses or garlic shoots out of you, and you collect XP to get more garlic, crosses, lasers, whips coming out of you. And it's such a simple premise, and obviously there's so much thought that went into it because of all the different evolutions and how I'm still learning things about the game a year and a bit in, and obviously it's got DLC as well, so there's obviously plans for more. There's lore to the game. Have I bothered to actually go in deep with the lore of Vampire Survivors? No, but there is lore there. All I know is that you're a team of survivors, and you're constantly adding more to your team. One of them is a dog, by the way, which is great. And you're hunting down Dracula. It's basically... Anyone who goes into this will obviously notice the similarities between the art style of this and the art style of Castlevania. It's obviously based on Castlevania. The main character, or the first character you get, Antonio, is basically Simon Belmont. He wields a whip. He's a vampire hunter. He's a monster hunter, and he's going around trying to beat up Dracula, beat up the vampire. And it does the thing whenever you find a coffin. That's how you get some of the new characters. There are so many new characters, so many different characters, by the way, and so many different weapons. Each character has a different weapon as well, which is weird. Well, not weird. It's what you would expect if there was like 5 or 6 characters. I think I'm up to like character 16, 17. I'm not sure. Oh, 4, 8, 12, 14. No, I think I've got way more than 14. Way more than 14. But the point is that you would think that they would start repeating stuff, or repeating what certain things do. But they don't. There are so many different types of weapon, and they all do different things. They all have like different effects, and all the passive stuff is all different, and it's so much fun. There's so much to it and so little to it at the same time. It's just I could gush about it for hours, but I'd be saying the same thing. Just basically, I'm not being paid to say any of this either, before anyone says, oh, it's a mobile game, obviously he's paid you, obviously you've been paid by someone to do this. I don't get paid anything to say anything. I genuinely love Vampire Survivors. It's taken a year out of my life. Anyone who owns a decent PC or owns a phone in general should have Vampire Survivors on it. If you have Steam, get Vampire Survivors today. Do it. You will not blame. You will thank me for it, because it is one of the best things, and it is one of my favourite games to come out of last year, and it's one of the best things for me to come out of last year. So Vampire Survivors is brilliant. It's brilliant. It's so good. Go play it. Go, have fun with it. If you like this video, I didn't have a plan for today's video, obviously. I needed to get something up, gush about Vampire Survivors for 10 minutes, and see how it goes. I will see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. If you did, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. I'll see you guys in the next video. Let me know in the comments below if you've been playing Vampire Survivors, if my rambling for the last 10 minutes has sold the game for you. Yeah, and if you have played Vampire Survivors, what is your favourite weapon in Vampire Survivors? Your favourite starting character in Vampire Survivors? Because they're probably going to be the same, because your favourite weapon is the one that's going to be with your favourite starting character. Your favourite starting character is going to use your favourite weapon. I'll see you guys in the next video. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Peace.